Have you ever wondered how Mount Everest, the highest peak on Earth, came into existence? This colossal giant did not simply appear overnight, it was born of a slow, violent dance between the Indian and Eurasian tectonic plates, a dance that began around 50 million years ago. Before we explore it, let's paint a picture of the world back then. Imagine a vast tropical sea known as the Tethys Sea, separating the Indian subcontinent from the Eurasian landmass. At the bottom of this sea, layers upon layers of sediment were piling up, quietly setting the stage for the birth of a titan. As the Indian plate moved northwards, it started colliding with the Eurasian plate. This collision did not stop the Indian plate in its tracks. Instead, it began to dive or subduct beneath the Eurasian plate. This immense pressure and heat metamorphosed the seabed sediments into rock and pushed them upwards, giving birth to the initial Himalayan range. But the story doesn't end there. The Indian plate, refusing to be subdued, kept pushing against the Eurasian plate, forcing the young Himalayas to grow taller and taller. This process, known as orogenesis, is the very reason why Everest stands so tall today. It's fascinating to think that Mount Everest is still growing. Each year, it inches upwards by about 1/4 of an inch, a testament to the relentless tectonic forces at play. However, this growth is not steady or uniform. Earthquakes, landslides, and erosion are continuous actors in this geological drama, constantly reshaping Everest's lofty heights. In a world that often feels static and unchanging, the story of Everest reminds us of the dynamic, ever-evolving nature of our planet. It is a story written in stone and ice, a story of immense power and persistence. So, the mighty Everest rose from the depths, a testament to the immense power of our planet's geological forces. Can you imagine a place where the winds can reach jet plane speeds and temperatures drop below freezing? Welcome to Mount Everest. The weather on this colossal peak is a spectacle of nature's might, characterized by unique patterns that baffle and intrigue. Jet streams, for instance, are high-altitude air currents that whip across Everest with such ferocity they could easily sweep an unprepared climber off their feet. Then there are the sudden storms that can transform a clear day into a blizzard in minutes, testing the mettle of even the most seasoned mountaineers. Climate change, too, is leaving its mark on Everest, altering its glaciers and overall weather patterns. The once perennial snows are now more ephemeral, and the retreating glaciers bear silent testimony to the warming world. These changes pose new challenges for climbers and researchers alike. In the face of Everest's fierce weather, we are reminded of nature's raw power and unpredictability. Everest isn't just rock and snow. It's home to some of the most fascinating glaciers on the planet. These icy guardians, formed over thousands of years, are constantly on the move, albeit at a glacial pace. They mold and shape the landscape, creating some of the most challenging and beautiful terrains on Earth. But these glaciers are more than just stunning natural sculptures. They play a critical role in our ecosystem. Their meltwater feeds into local rivers, providing essential water supplies for communities downstream. Yet, these icy guardians are under threat. As global temperatures rise, they're melting at an accelerated pace. This not only affects local water supplies but also contributes significantly to global sea level rise, posing a threat to coastal cities worldwide. So when we talk about Everest's glaciers, we're not just discussing a mountain's icy coat. These icy giants are more than just scenery, they're crucial players in the global climate system. Can life thrive at the top of the world? On Everest, the answer is a resounding yes. Despite the extreme conditions, a variety of species have managed to carve out an existence here. As we ascend, each altitude zone reveals a unique ecosystem, a testament to the adaptability of life. In the lower forested slopes, rhododendrons bloom, while higher up, the landscape is dotted with hardy shrubs and mosses. These plants, though sparse, are true survivors, capable of withstanding freezing temperatures and thin air. The animal kingdom, too, stakes its claim on Everest. From the Himalayan tahr grazing on steep cliffs to the elusive snow leopard, master of camouflage, these creatures have evolved to thrive in this harsh landscape. Each species possesses unique adaptations, from thick fur to increased lung capacity, enabling their survival in this unforgiving terrain. From tiny mosses to elusive snow leopards, life on Everest is a testament to the resilience of nature. Humans have always been drawn to Everest, but conquering its peak is a relatively recent achievement. The allure of Everest, the highest point on Earth, has captivated the human spirit for centuries. Yet it wasn't until the early 20th century that we began to seriously consider scaling its icy heights. The exploration history of Everest is a tale of courage, ambition, and resilience. A series of expeditions in the early 1900s sought to conquer the mountain, but it wasn't until 1953 that the first successful summit was achieved. A New Zealand mountaineer named Edmund Hillary and a Sherpa guide named Tenzing Norgay stood on top of the world, forever etching their names in the annals of human achievement. Since then, thousands have followed in their footsteps, each with their own story of triumph and tragedy. Everest's peak has witnessed joyous celebrations, heartbreaking losses, and moments of profound self-discovery. It's a place where personal limits are tested, and where the human spirit often triumphs over physical adversity. But Everest is more than just a challenge to be conquered. For the local Sherpa population, the mountain holds deep cultural and spiritual significance. They view it as the mother of the world, a deity to be respected and revered. The global climbing community, in its turn, sees Everest as the ultimate test of endurance and skill, a pinnacle of mountaineering achievement. In the face of danger and extreme conditions, humans have shown an unyielding determination to reach the summit. The appeal of Everest lies not only in its height but also in the journey it demands. It's a journey of the body and the mind, a testament to our capacity to dream, to strive, and to overcome. Everest continues to captivate us, a symbol of human endurance and our quest for the extraordinary. How does the human body fare at 29,000 feet above sea level, you might wonder? Well, let's dive in. At such extreme altitudes, oxygen becomes a rare commodity. The air is so thin that our bodies struggle to function normally, leading to a life-saving response called acclimatization. This is where the body increases the production of red blood cells to transport more oxygen. But it's not all smooth sailing. Too rapid an ascent can lead to altitude sickness, a potentially fatal condition that includes symptoms like nausea, dizziness, and shortness of breath. The physiological limits of human survival at high altitudes are still a topic of ongoing research. However, what we do know is that climbers prepare meticulously for these conditions. They gradually ascend to higher altitudes, allowing their bodies time to acclimatize, and carry supplemental oxygen for the final push to the summit. The human body, it seems, is capable of incredible adaptation in the face of extreme conditions. Climbing Everest is an adventure of a lifetime, but it comes with a cost. Let's unravel the environmental challenges that Everest faces. Picture this. Every year, hundreds of climbers set foot on this majestic peak, each leaving their mark. But the more significant mark is often unseen, buried beneath the snow, or scattered across the trails. It's the waste, from empty oxygen cylinders to abandoned tents and human waste. This waste not only mars the beauty of Everest but also poses a threat to the delicate alpine ecosystem. To understand the extent of this problem, let's imagine a bustling city. Now subtract the garbage trucks, recycling plants, and sewage systems. What we're left with is a city with a burgeoning waste problem, much like Mount Everest. The lack of proper waste management systems on Everest has led to an accumulation of waste that's as challenging to tackle as the climb itself. But there's more. The footfall of climbers disturbs the natural habitat of the flora and fauna, causing a ripple effect on the ecosystem. Disruptions in the life cycles of species, alterations in plant growth, and changes in animal behavior are all part of the unseen footprint of adventure. So what's the way forward? It lies in sustainable practices and policies, that's right. The key is to ensure that the thrill of reaching the summit does not overshadow the responsibility to respect and protect the mountain. For instance, climbers can minimize their impact by carrying their waste off the mountain. Regulations can enforce strict waste management rules and penalize non-compliance. Technology too can lend a helping hand by providing innovative solutions to manage waste and monitor the ecosystem. In essence, the responsibility of preserving Mount Everest falls upon each of us, whether we are climbers, policymakers, or just admirers from afar. The future of Everest lies in our hands, and the balance between exploration and preservation has never been more vital. Today, climbers are equipped with more than just ice axes and crampons. They carry the power of technology. Over the years, advances in technology have transformed the way we approach Everest, enhancing safety and improving our success rates. Innovations in gear and equipment, from high-tech clothing that withstands the harshest weather conditions to lightweight and durable climbing equipment, have made the climb more manageable. But the real game changer is the technology we use to understand and predict Everest's notoriously fickle weather. Accurate weather forecasting has become an essential tool in planning and executing expeditions, helping climbers avoid life-threatening storms and extreme cold. And let's not forget the role of satellite and communication technologies. They've revolutionized rescue operations, making it possible to call for help from the remotest corners of Everest. They've also helped keep climbers connected with their teams, their families, and the rest of the world. In the quest to conquer Everest, technology is our new Sherpa, guiding us into a new era of mountaineering. As we look to the future, what lies in store for Everest? Mount Everest, the world's highest peak, stands as a symbol of human endeavor and natural splendor. But as we step into the future, this titan of the Himalayas faces a complex interplay of environmental, technological, and ethical challenges. Take environmental concerns, for instance. The effects of climate change are already visible, with receding glaciers and shifting weather patterns. These changes not only affect the mountain's ecosystem and local communities, but also pose new challenges for climbers, forcing them to adapt their strategies and routes. The role of climate science and conservation efforts in preserving Everest's natural grandeur cannot be overstated. On the technological front, advances in gear, communication, and weather forecasting have greatly improved safety and success rates on Everest. Future innovations hold the promise of further enhancing our ability to conquer this majestic peak while minimizing risks. But with these advances come ethical considerations. How do we balance the thrill of adventure with the need to respect and preserve the mountain's pristine environments? Moreover, the surge in tourism brings its own set of challenges. As more and more people seek to tread the path to the pinnacle, the strain on the mountain's fragile ecosystem grows. Managing this influx in a sustainable way while ensuring the safety of climbers is a delicate balancing act. And therein lies the crux of the matter, balancing adventure and preservation. Everest is not just a peak to be conquered, but a treasure to be cherished. It's a place where human spirit meets natural wonder, a testament to our innate desire to explore, to push our limits. But it is also a stark reminder of our responsibility to tread lightly, to respect the natural world that so generously allows us our adventures. So, as we look ahead, it's clear that the future of Everest is a tale of challenges and opportunities, a tale that calls for wisdom, courage, and respect in equal measure. With each new sunrise, Everest stands tall, a beacon of challenge and discovery for the future.